This video is going to cover part 1 of chapter 1, Extraordinary and Ordinary Morals. By the end of this video, you'll understand the different ways that the word moral, morals, and morality can be used, and how they're going to be used in this class. You'll also understand the distinction between good and bad, and right and wrong, while learning about value theory and deontic theory. You're also going to learn a definition of ethics. Now let's move on to the different meanings of moral. The term moral and its opposite immoral can be used in a variety of different ways, and I suspect that we're fairly comfortable with this. Morals is often used to refer to what a person, group, or society believes people should or shouldn't do. So, for example, drinking goes against my morals. Moral can also refer to a concept of objective right and wrong. So murdering an innocent human being, in this case, is objectively immoral. Now, what about moral, morals, and morality? When we describe something as moral, normally we're saying that that thing's good or right. For example, John's a very moral person usually means that John's good. Similarly, when we describe something as immoral, what we're saying is that it's bad. So if we said John is an immoral person, what we're generally trying to say is that John is bad. To add to the confusion, morals and moral are often used interchangeably with ethics and ethical. Now, although this book occasionally uses these terms in each of these ways, it's most often going to use moral and morality objectively, as something that holds regardless of people's beliefs. So what this means is when our book says that something is moral, what it means is that it is something that holds for all people. It would be okay to say that that thing is bad if a person doesn't do it, or good if they do. Alright, let's talk about the distinction between good and bad versus the distinction between right and wrong. We can divide our study of morality into two major but interconnected parts using these distinctions. One part's the study of good and bad. This is called value theory. A value is a property of a thing or a person. So, a medical procedure might be good because it saves lives. This goodness is a quality of the medical procedure. Value theory is concerned with theoretical questions about this goodness or badness. So what it is, in this case, that makes the procedure good or bad. The second part is the study of right and wrong. This is called deontic theory. Deontic means relating to duty or obligation. Now, deontic theory is concerned with theoretical questions about right and wrong. Okay, let's move on to a definition of ethics that we can use. We can define ethics as the systematic and reasoned study of moral right and wrong, good and bad, including the principles and claims that employ these concepts. Just as we refer to the natural world or the natural realm as including everything that science studies, usefully, I think, we can think of the moral realm as including everything that ethics studies. Okay, let's review the things that we've covered so far in this video. You should be able to answer questions such as, what are the different ways that moral, morals, and morality can be used, and how will they be used in this class? What's the distinction between good and bad versus right and wrong? What's value theory, and what is deontic theory? And finally, what is the definition of ethics offered at the end of this video?